EA Sports. It's in the game.
Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all on the wrist. I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all on the wrist. I never switch. Ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
They go play action with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position. Where are we going to?
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, baby.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On second down, here's Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And an alley to run. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. These two teams all tied after 1.
180! Cut!
Now Trubisky on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Trubisky now off the bootleg. The open man here, one throw. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage that's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Off the bootleg. Jennings rolling to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have the football with him at all times.
First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now Gordon on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott Good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second down. Jennings, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Looking to throw. Jennings going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touch. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off the play fake. Jennings. He'll find Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30. Back to throw. Jennings. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Jennings going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see, 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how...
And he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure.
There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Elliott good on the extra point. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. To throw on 2nd down. Jennings going for Met, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A heck of a way to start the 4th quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ballgame and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Jennings. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On first down, Trubisky.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Trubisky will throw. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. All that gets them is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down through. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll run it again with Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie first-rounder Jonathan Abram there to knock it away. From the gun on 3rd down, Jennings. He's going to launch this thing into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing again on second down. Trubisky looking left side, and it's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking.